Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about aloe vera. Uh, I have a lot of them at this point. So initially when I started, I just had two aloe veras in this bucket. So two and a little bit of pups in this bucket, you see. So this bucket has completely broken and they have started emerging out of those buckets. Let me just show you. Do you see the crowded aloe veras? So this has become an aloe vera jungle right now. So a couple of points for them. So to give you an idea, in the Indian humid and hot weather, especially in Kolkata weather, they do really well, and they do not need water. They do not need proper soil or anything. In fact, if you see here, I have just put the soil a little bit earlier, but it was mostly sand. So some of these plants were not even under the soil. So you see, these guys are the survivors of the plant. So they were not even rooted or under the soil. I just put it under the soil today, and it was just lying like this over the soil, and it started growing pups. So that's how easy aloe veras are. But you have to be very careful that you do not overwater them, or you do not put a lot of coco peat or water retaining soil into them. They love to be dry. Let's say, for example, if you water aglaonemas uh, every 2 to 3 days, then you can water these guys every 7 days. You can just absolutely leave them dry for a week, it won't matter. So, to give you an idea how they grow in this weather, 2 years back, I just had one bucket. Then I pulled each and every pups out and divided them into different pots. So, one was this huge terracotta pot that is there. The second was that pot. So, in 2 years, that has gotten completely filled up, and this has gotten completely filled up. So, that's the growth rate of aloe veras in this weather. I'll tell you some of the problems that you can have with aloe veras if they get too much, kind of rain, or if they get too much of. There was a storm here since then. It got a lot of wet kind of feet. So you see the black spots. So these are fungal spots actually. But these guys are so much of survivors in this weather that even fungal spots don't bother them. You can just possibly cut them out. So you can cut it from here and remove the fungal spots. For example, you can cut it from here, cut it from here, and the plant will just survive. Even if you don't, I have left it. I will just make sure that they don't get that much of water because it's kind of a lot of rain and whatnot. So I think that would do just fine. We talked about water. We talked about soil. Soil is absolutely sandy soil. You can leave them in. Majority of the soil proportion is sand and a little bit of garden soil. You can see that even in this pot there is barely any soil. You see, it's just growing randomly. So yeah, uh, I don't want more aloe veras. That's why I'm not taking them out. We use them for use its gel for applying it on our skin and everything. So that's why I've left it like this. We have too many of them, and I am not putting it any more pots. So let it be crowded. I will probably give some of the aloe pups to my neighbors as well. I will show you how to pull it. For example, if you have such a crowded thing, let's say you can pull off small pups. You see this small, right? What I'll do is I'll just pull one of them up. See, another plant. So you can put it up in a separate pot somewhere. I'll show you an example of what happened when I put a plant separately. When I put a plant separately, you see another baby is also coming out from there. So they grow very rapidly in this weather. Like they don't need any care. I fertilize them every 2 months. I don't even bother fertilizing them. Liquid fertilizer, when I put it in all other plants, I put it every 2 months here on top of them, and that's pretty much it. Soil, I showed to divide. You have to wait for the pups to come in, and once they come in, you can just pull them off and separate them like I did for this. So you see, if you put this pup in a separate pot, it will grow as large as this, as large as this guy, this guy. So aloe veras also do flower, but I have never had my aloe veras flower because they have to be even larger than this. So let's say, imagine an aloe vera that grows even larger than this with very thick stem like this, then they have a chance of flowering. So they also flower in some cases. I've seen in some aloe veras that they have flowered, but I have never had my aloe veras flower in this weather. I think these are one of the survivor of the plants. They literally don't need anything. Uh, sometimes, okay, so let's talk about light requirements. One of the very important things is they love to be in bright light like this. So this balcony is northwestern facing balcony. So they love to be in light areas, but they don't love direct sunlight. I've kept a couple of aloe veras in direct sun in the east facing balcony, but that gets just early morning sun, so it's fine there. I'll also show you that one. But I kept a couple of pups, put it in a pot and kept it in my drawing room where the light level is very low. So what happened was, after a few weeks, they got completely weak. Like for example, they got white in color, their green color was lost, and they completely kind of melted, and they kind of completely rot. Even if you don't water them in a dark area, they don't survive darker rooms. If you have a window in your bedroom or that gets east facing light or northwest facing light, sunset kind of a light like this, you can see this is natural light coming in. So this kind of light is fine. It gets about this kind of light throughout the day, so they will survive this, but they will not survive darker areas like other plants do, aglaonemas. Aloe veras, a lot of time people keep indoors and they kind of die. So I don't think they are technically indoor. Yes, if you have this kind of light environment somewhere indoor, you can keep them indoors. So always indoor plants are not something that are indoor or outdoor. Every plant can be an indoor plant, provided you provide that same condition that it can survive in indoors. So especially in my house, drawing room is very dark, so it cannot survive the dark environment at all. It can survive the east facing balcony or east facing window or northwest facing balcony in this kind of light. So it needs light, it doesn't need water very much, it doesn't need fertilizing very much, it kind of keeps on growing. It likes to be root bound. For example, the more it's bound to a place, the more pups it starts giving out. So you see, this is completely bound right now and it has started giving a lot of pups. So I will just pull out the pups and possibly give it to someone who is in need of aloe vera plants. So that's the idea. So you see, this is my other balcony aloe vera. So I have just simply put it in one of those food containers that I got. It has gotten so heavy. It has barely any soil. I've just watered it today after a long time. And you see, initially I had just put two here just a year back when I was dividing all of them. So I took two of them and put it in such a thin pot. So it doesn't like very deep pot. It likes a flat pot, right? So it doesn't like that much of soil. Its root system is very shallow. So you see, from one, this and this were potted. The first one has gotten so big and it has grown 1, 2, 3, 4 more pups. So total right now there are 6 members here in this such a tiny pot. You see, this is my size of hand. In such a tiny pot there are 6 of them. And as this aloe vera did not get much of rain and storm water, I had put it inside. So you see, there's no fungal spot in this, right? So this gets the eastern facing balcony. This has gotten really heavy and I just wanted to show you. It's very fleshy and everything. So the more sun it gets, the more sunlight it gets, the more fleshier it gets actually. But if you put it in direct sun, what happens is it gets dry faster. So I prefer to put it in an east facing balcony. It gets early morning sun, doesn't get afternoon sun, and it's doing really well. So thanks for watching. Do subscribe to the channel and like the video if you find it at all useful, and keep Stay tuned for more videos on plant care and updates.